Hello again, Frenzy. My name is Kate Shark, and welcome back to Home, the pixelated horror game. I decided just to go ahead and do another one. I might go ahead and do all three, like I said in the last one, which we'll go ahead and get started on this adventure. That always is a good sign, isn't it? An old ladder leading up to an ancient water tower. The ladder needed to be extended so I could climb it. Did I extend the ladder? Why not? I popped the latch and brought the ladder down. Then I painted a pot leaf on the water tower. Oh, the bats. Oh, I didn't want that. In a patch of smeared dirt and grass, there was a beat-up old wallet. I thought it was mine. Did I take it? You could just open it and see. I folded the wallet and returned it to my back pocket. It looked nicked up somehow and really worn. There weren't any cards or ID in it. Well, then what's the point of having it? I thought I should recover my credit card and driver's license, at least. Well, then what's the point of carrying the wallet around? From the railing, I could see over the woods and down to the entrance of the sewers. Had I come through there before? If I did, someone definitely could have seen me. We not worried about the big hole in the water tower? That doesn't seem like a good... I tried the little key I had fished out of the murky puddle in the sewers. It fit, and I heaved open the rusty door. The wind was picking up a bit. The night air had The night air had become strangely chilly. What the Oh. Yeah, see, yeah. Not loving that. Wait, did I come through there already? Need some WD-40 through here. This must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on that map I had seen. Whoever was poking around in those tunnels underneath that man's house had scribbled notes on this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here the sign pointed out various campsites and walking paths within the woods. It mentioned a river and maybe a washroom, but the rest was too faded to see clearly. Oh. See? This is why I don't go camping. A dry old picnic table sat lonely amongst the trees. It had carvings and marks from years of previous campers. As I tried to read some of the names and the marks, I idly thumbed the knife I'd found. If I wanted to, I could have carved something on that table. Did I? No. I slipped the knife back into my boot and left the table alone. I don't have time to be carving stuff. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. The path ended in a cold-looking river. I wasn't sure if it was safe to cross like this. Did I cross it? I'm gonna say no. In that darkness, it didn't seem wise to try. Maybe there was another option. Yeah. I trampled into the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some kind. I brushed it off and was surprised to see it was my credit card. I wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Did I take back my credit card? Well, it's mine. I pocketed the credit card. Hopefully I could find my driver's license too. I thought the fence I could see Through the fence, I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wondered if I could find my way round. You know, honestly, I'm not worried about the other buildings, whatnot. I'm more worried about getting the hell out. What's this? There was a fire pit there. It was still a bit warm, and a few embers still burned at the bottom. 2 folding camping chairs were on the ground. One was knocked over. There were a couple of cans of beer spilled on the ground. No, you don't spill beer. That shit's expensive. The cheap dome tent slept 2 people. I shone my flashlight inside and could see some bedrolls, 2 backpacks, and a cooler. Oh, I don't. There were some personal effects shoved back into the rock. Wait, there was a notebook there too. Did I read it? Inside the cheap dollar store notebook was page after more page of names and lists. None of it made sense. The newest page contained several names. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. Rachel? Her name was last on the list, and had a mark beside it in blue ink. The names Daphne and Olivia had been crossed out in the same blue ink. Cheryl, Heather, and Rose had also been crossed out, but these marks looked older and more faded. Well, there could be another Rachel. I mean, I don't know. It's a fairly common name. Especially after Friends came out. Okay. Oh, fuck off with the eyes in the distance. That's the river. Excuse me. Okay, I'm not hanging out in these woods longer than I have to. I'm going back to that fucking fence, I guess. And we're right back where we started. Okay, yeah, figures. The old train station was as quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of the increasing wind buffeting the decrepit structure. Oh, he does have a little limp. I guess I hadn't noticed that yet. I don't know which way to go. An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was the train routes connected to that old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found in those tunnels had similar locations marked, and other notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower and even this train yard. What was he doing coming back here? I don't know, what are you doing? Are we supposed to be finding a way out? What the hell? Oh, a train, okay. In the torn opening of the ruined train were heaps of dirt and still water. At the bottom, I thought I saw a scrap of cloth. As I looked closer, I could see that it was definitely some kind of nylon, maybe a windbreaker, or some other outdoor clothing. There was too much of a mess on the ground to see any kind of footprints, but someone or something had definitely trod a regular path. Really hate the feeling of nylon, especially pantyhose. Ugh. An old ticket booth that had looked fairly ruined. Inside the ticket window were sheets of paper and wait. What were these? Train receipts? It was a ticket booth. I thought the receipt I had picked up might match these, but of course not. The station had been closed for years. The ticket must have been for the newer station that opened up on the other side of town, after this one was abandoned. However, I noticed a series of fresher-looking paper covered in tiny notes, scribbles, and diagrams. Escape route. Okay. It looked like someone had been leafing through the old ledgers looking for something. A name, perhaps? Okay. The eyes, man. I guess I gotta find my way around here then. See if I can remember. Okay, that's the river. There's that. So go here. Let's try over here. Okay, that's where I found the water then. Okay. No, 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 no. Don't look. No, no. I really don't want to. The grimy sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. Oh, great, a bathroom. Oh. There was a damp-smelling plank leaning against the stall door. I might have been able to cross the river with it. Did I take it? Yeah, why not? I managed to, excuse me, carry the plank under my arm so it didn't get in the way. The sink opened up, or let up again. I should probably check it out. There wasn't much in the way of the clean water there, but the sink did work. Okay. I had finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return here. The sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. This one? The plank I found was long enough to form a crude bridge, but I wasn't sure if it would hold. Did I use it? Yeah, why not? Look at that, it did. Why? Two bodies, two young women, were half dug into a hasty, shallow grave between the trees. The younger-looking one was still face up, her dead eyes gleaming against my flashlight. Oh, they deserve better than that. Did I clean up the grave site? No, I called the cops. The thought of touching those poor girls almost made me sick. I left everything right where it was. Right where it was, the police could sort it out. That's right, you leave it alone, let the police figure it out. Did I cross back over to the other shore? Well, I can't do anything there. I guess we leave? See if I can remember the combo to get back. Yeah, so let's see. Go here. Because we go to the one closest to the side, I think. Yeah. Through the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light. I must have been at the edge of the forest, though I wasn't sure where the path ahead of me led. I could almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it could mean, and where were the campers who had abandoned their site. Would I meet them too? Though the path ahead of me was less dense, I still felt guarded and wary. Who knew what was ahead? Oh. Keep hearing things. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Fuck. Oh no. Wait, did I? Oh. I found the body of a security guard just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. I wondered, was this flashlight his? Oh, great. Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet, and now this. Did I retrieve my watch? Yes? The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist anyway. I wish I could remember, why was all my stuff missing? Because I was probably the one killing everybody. Like I said. Oh, that security guard went up again. I saw the blunt wound on the guard's head and looked again at the flashlight I was carrying. Oh no. Please. Yeah, same thing. Oh. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. Brought my watch and wallet and whatnot. What's all this? There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. The door was locked shut, and there was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign that was pasted to the front said, "Danger, closed for repairs." Old work clothes had been picked through, and a few photos and notes had been ripped off the door and spread around. Okay. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotten. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Norm! Norman took over a general store after the factory closed. He, Rachel, and I would get lunch every now and then. Rachel liked him because he seemed more positive despite the setback. I don't think I could say the same about me. I went on a mass murdering spree. Our old break table. The layer of dust and grime lay more only made seeing this sting more. The door had been hastily boarded up. I'll come back and I'll be all gone again. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when he worked here. A power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Yeah, why not? Home. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Yes. As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. Wait, that's Norman's locker there. My head ached, and I recalled the last time Norman, Rachel, and I all had lunch together. Rachel seemed much more at ease when we all hung out. I struck with a hammer. The old wooden boards came apart easily. After I removed the planks, I left the hammer on the floor. This was my locker, there in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. This room was nothing but bad memories. Booze! There was a mess of empty booze bottles. I wondered if that man in the house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol at his place. But the locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? I slipped the key card into my pocket. Another panel that I hoped could help me get the power back on. Did I push the switch? Yes. The power panel still wasn't working. Did I try it again? Yes. Well, that one is just not working at all. Another panel that I hoped could get... Yes. Yes, there we go. Well, that one worked. There we go. That was where... Power back on. Yes. Yes. There we go. There we go. The key card I found seemed like it would pass through this reader. Did I use the key card? Yes. There was some kind of ventilation hatch there. It looked like it could jump into the room below. Did I jump? Not right this second. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah. We'll try it again here then. I'm sorry. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. You could have just shimmied down it. There was a crumpled up letter on the floor. It had been scratched out heavily and it was hard to make out. Did I try to read the letter? Why not? Most of the letter was violently scratched out with what it looked like to be a ballpoint pen. All I could make out was need to. Just don't. Drinking. Need. Norman. Who was Norman writing to? Norm doesn't seem like the type of man who'd be writing don't drink or whatever. The bottom of the ventilation hatch hung open. It was pretty high up. I wasn't sure if anyone could have gotten back up there. I carefully stepped out of the factory, unsure of what I might find. One thing still bugged me, though. Who had been drinking in that locker room? Was it the guard I found inside? Or maybe Norman? He and Rachel were friends. Maybe he could help. I knew he lived above the store he ran now. Maybe that was where I would go, if I could make it there on that damn leg. You know, you could go to the hospital. The garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotting food and slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out of one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked damaged. Did I take it back? Yes, it's my license. I cleaned the card off as best I could. It looked pretty beaten up. I was amazed to find my credit card, and now this. I tucked the card into my wallet next to my credit card. Did somebody steal this from me? I wonder why they would have stashed it there. Okay. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. I had entered Norma's place. This was the back of the store he ran. It was oddly quiet, except for a faint sound of a television. Norm! Guess he goes upstairs. Well, that doesn't look good at all. What was this? It looked like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling. I wonder where it would lead. Did I pull the chain? The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. Norm! Oh no, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker, and one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead in his armchair. He looks like he's not in an armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been stabbed or something to get up. Or something trying to get up. Norman, you deserve better than this. Did I close his eyes? Yeah, I don't think I want Norm looking at me. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think about what was going on. Quickly, I closed Norman's eyes. Yeah, he's not really in his armchair. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still there in the wood. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. Hey, pick a lock there. There were takeout containers and food scraps. Looked like Norman was eating for 2. Obviously, he had a guest. I can't... Alright, so here we are back at the pull chain. I think I'll probably leave this episode here. I have a feeling we're getting pretty close to ending. We're probably down to our last half hour. Hold on, put it on pause here. Probably down to the last half hour of the game. It shouldn't be too much longer, so I'll probably get it done in one more episode, which I'll probably do right after I film this. Starting to get a bit better, although I have a feeling I know what's going to happen, or what's going to be going on here. But make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel to see other videos that I've done, and I will see you probably right after this to film the next one.